One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. It's the Mississippi State Bulldogs and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The Notre Dame head coach told me before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. So Mississippi State's offense will have the first possession of the game. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that connection and that rhythm early in this one.
And defensively, where is the big fella? Like, I got to identify where he is every single snap and give him some extra attention. So if I route him at the line of scrimmage and be physical, have that safety help over the top, I'm not letting him beat me.
It's a really nice job by the cornerback playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these big running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Mississippi State going up tempo. On third down, here's Bothwell. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Here's a gift to Bothwell. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruit.
There's some room. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Throwing, Carr. Caught behind the line. It's Mobley. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a first down. Nice start for this offense.
Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season, you don't get any trophies. That doesn't exist.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing, right? It's been working to get to this point, to get that number beside your name, to get everybody's attention. Now's not the time to freeze up and start getting nervous because you've got the spotlight on you. You've got to keep playing the game the way you've been doing it the first half of the season.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here.
You got to love that 3rd down, man. 3rd and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on 3rd and short, getting that next set of downs.
Man, that D-tackle has an explosive first step. He shot right out of his stance. He was in the backfield, and he was able to make the tackle for loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Carr. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I know one of the things this offense takes a lot of pride in the passing game is they feel like they can attack every area of the field. They have success when they throw it outside, but they're really good throwing to the middle of the field, too. Quarterback has confidence. There's really good timing in this passing game, and you saw it right there between the QB and his intended target, getting that big catch.
Now give it to Fluff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On 3rd down, here's Bothwell. Across the 35. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Bulldogs come to the line in the hurry-up. From the red zone, looking for a man. Has it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They'll run it with Bothwell. And he's in! Touchdown, Mississippi State!
And he's in for his 2nd touchdown, man. He knows what to do when he gets down here. He knows how to get in the end zone, and I love when you can run the football as you get closer to that goal line. Be the more physical team, and they're doing just that.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Got his man on the right. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. The run inside. It's Mobley. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. Finding some room. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Here we go. On the move, it's Mobley. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's got 50 yards rushing and getting ever closer to that 1,200-yard mark. Here's Carr to throw. Flips it out on the screen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They've come out smoking with touchdowns on each of their first two drives, and they're back to work now. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He's got it again. Got enough for the first. Could be an alley. Touchdown, Irish! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. Extra point here will tie the game. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll give it to Flop. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34. And the Bulldogs want to crank the tempo. Dropping back, it's Swan. Pressure coming. Looking deep. Can't make the grab, and this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down, doesn't convert this time. Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Makes a grab at the 10. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out, and a chance to go on top with this drive. Running inside. It's Mobley. forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Rides to the back. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. He's got 98 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, it's complete. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Mobley. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Might be changing the route. Carr. Oh, they're after him. It's complete on the right side. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Mobley. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yep, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21 to 14. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Mississippi State comes out on offense to start the drive. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Snags a quick pass on the left. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Looking for a man. It's Swan. Got it in the middle. It's Johnson. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Running inside, it's Mobley. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go right back to it. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to adjust the pattern. Throwing. Carr. He's got his man. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Maybe some room here. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Swan. Rushes on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up, see if they can maybe confuse this QB?
Not a lot of room to work. He made sure that football was secured. It'll be 3rd down. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports Desk. We start with Tennessee in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Volunteers, keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now back to your game in South Bend. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? With that said, let's send it back to the fellas there in the shadows of Touchdown Jesus.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Holly, what's the story as we start this second half?
Guys, I caught up with the Fighting Irish head coach coming out of the locker room at the half. He is thrilled with how this running back is performing to start the game. Late in the season, he is starting to build some momentum as we talk about the Heisman Trophy candidates, but he is doing it with his performance on the field, remaining consistent and dynamic. I'll keep you posted how he continues to strive here in the second half. Guys?
All right, Holly.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. The Irish send out the punt unit.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there, they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. He'll keep it on second down. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Mississippi State right back to the line. To the air, it's Swan. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Caught close to the marker, it's West. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on third down. Trying to pick it up on the ground. There's a little room there. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. He'll keep it himself. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Bulldogs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On first down, it's Bothwell again. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Back to pass. Quick strike complete. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Looking for a man. It's Swan. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Lets it go to the end zone, and it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Knocked down at the 5 after making the interception and taking it the other way. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. Takes it the other way. The 40, at the 30. He's at the 10, and he got away from Takes it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Coming out on first down with the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's just the little nuances of playing quarterback. When to use a little bit of touch, when to rifle it in there. He tries to rifle it in there and just doesn't match up the timing with the wide receiver.
He's got him. Mississippi State going up tempo. On third down, here's Bothwell. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. The play action fake.
And that's a good sign for this offense. A good third down conversion, running the football. Obviously, last possession was not what you want. Like the interception, the turnover. Good to get back on the field, get that first down. Now see how much more they'll be aggressive and maybe want to throw the football and put that mistake behind them.
They'll give it to Fluff. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their senior starting wide receiver who the training staff is looking at, and Holly Rowe will get us up to date on his condition. Right back to the well. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And they're able to make the tackle. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Dropping back, it's Swan. Got a man. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. And the Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Handoff, Fluff Bothwell. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Keeps it on the option. Touchdown, Bulldogs! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this guy's dynamic, and he can hurt you in a variety of ways in the option game, and he had a chance that time to pitch it out wide if he wanted to, but he kept it himself. He shows you the wheels, takes it in for the score.
And the extra point was good. On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. They get him out of bounds at the 46, and he sets him up with terrific field position on that return. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2. Trying to keep this drive alive. Big on big, man on man, and the defense wins on 4th down. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Checking in from the Mississippi State sideline. Guys, the running back told me something to keep an eye on is just he's a little banged up and bruised up. Last week in that win, a lot of contact that he absorbed, and he said he's got to really fight through it here today. Not 100%, but I will let you know how it's going from the sidelines. Guys, back to you.
Probably keep an eye on that one for us. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Mississippi State right back to the line. Looking to pass, it's Swan. Bringing the heat. Got the back over the middle. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Give to the back. Pass to 30. Maybe a crease. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Reads it, fires complete. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. From the gun, the ground game. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
And this one is perfect. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He gets a block. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bulldogs offense is on the field, ready to get this drive cranked up. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You can tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
Knocked down behind the line for the second straight play, bringing up a third and lots of work to do. Wants to throw. It's Swann. Quickly out to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got his man. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. Mississippi State going up tempo. They'll run it from the gun. Runs through a tackle. Tackle is made at the 33. It's about a 5-yard pickup, and that'll be enough for a first down.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
Found a seam. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Grabbed behind the line, it's West. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. And after that last one, perhaps the emphasis should be on forward pass on second down. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Faced with a third and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Pulls it and fires to the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. The run inside. It's Mobley. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left, but man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
The give as they work on that clock. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. On the run, it's Mobley. Good, solid tackle. Mississippi State calls the second of its 3 timeouts. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. Got it, looking for the first down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And he made that look easy, but it's not. I think one of the hardest things to do is tackle these quick, shifty wide receivers in the open field. Nice job getting that sucker on the ground.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. That is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Here's the pressure. And they got it.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on that sack. You'd think they'd want to just take a second, regroup before running this next play.
And he feels the heat coming in. It burns him up. Another sack. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Pocket breaking down. It's dropped. And oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the left side. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. The Bulldogs take their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice